Have you ever wanted to become a game developer but had absolutely no idea where to start? You open YouTube and search how to become a game developer. Within seconds, thousands of tutorials appear. One person tells you to learn C++, another says Unity is the best. Someone else recommends Unreal Engine, and another creator tells you master Blender before you even think about making games. After watching all these videos, instead of feeling motivated, you end up feeling even more confused. Questions start running through your mind. Which game engine should I choose? Should I learn programming first? Do I need to complete an entire course before making my first game? What was the correct roadmap? If you have ever felt like this, don't worry. Every game developer has been in this position at some point. When I first started learning game development, I made the exact same mistake. Instead of building games, I spent weeks watching tutorials and searching for the perfect roadmap. I thought I needed to know everything before I could start. But over time, I realized something. There isn't a perfect roadmap. There isn't a secret course that magically turns you into a game developer. The only real roadmap is building games consistently. So in this video, I am going to show you the exact roadmap I wish someone had given me when I first started. If you follow these steps consistently, you will stop wondering where to begin and you will actually start making games. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. The very first thing you need is a game engine. This sounds like a simple decision, but surprisingly, this is where most beginners get stuck. Instead of choosing one engine and learning it, they spend weeks comparing Unity, Unreal Engine, Godot, and many other engines. Every day they are watching videos like Unity versus Unreal. Is Unity still worth learning? Should beginners use Godot? Which engine is the best? After watching all those videos, they still haven't made a single game. Here is the truth. There is no perfect game engine. Unity has been used to create amazing indie games, mobile games, VR experiences, and even large commercial titles. Unreal Engine is famous for its incredible graphics and powerful development tools. Godot is lightweight, open source, and growing rapidly in popularity. Every engine has strengths, every engine has weaknesses. The biggest mistake is not choosing the wrong engine. The biggest mistake is never committing to one. If you choose Unity, you will primarily use C Sharp. If you choose Unreal Engine, you will commonly work with C++ and Blueprints. No matter which engine you choose, stay with it long enough to actually learn it. Once you have chosen your engine, the next thing you will need is programming. Now don't worry, you don't need to become an expert programmer before making your first game. That is one of the biggest myths beginners believe. Many people spend 6 months watching programming tutorials, ever opening Unity or Unreal. That is not the best way to learn. Instead, learn the fundamentals. Understand what variables are. Learn how if statement works. Understand loops. Learn functions. Understand classes. At first, these topics might sound difficult, but once you start using them inside your game, everything begins to make sense. For example, a variable can store your player's health, and if statement can check if the player has lost all their health and display the game over scene. A loop can spawn multiple enemies. A function can handle jumping or attacking. Classes help organize your game's code. You don't need to master advanced programming right away. Learn enough to understand what is happening, then move forward. You will learn much faster by writing code than by only watching tutorials. Now comes the exciting part, building your first game. But before you start, I want to save you from one of the biggest beginner mistakes. Please don't try to build GTA. Don't make PUBG. Don't make Minecraft. We have all dreamed about creating huge open world games. There is nothing wrong with dreaming big. But don't let the dream become your first project. Imagine someone learning to drive for the first time. Would they immediately enter a Formula 1 race? Of course not. They would first learn how to start the car, steer, brake, and drive safely. Game development is exactly the same. Your first game isn't meant to become the next hit. Its purpose is to teach you. Choose something simple, a Flappy Bird, an endless runner, a simple platformer. These projects may seem simple, but while building them, you will learn movement, physics, UI animations, sound, collisions, scene management, and many other core game development concepts. Never underestimate small projects. Small games teach big lessons. Now stop planning. Stop searching for another roadmap. Open your game engine, create a new project, and start building. Will everything work perfectly? Absolutely not. Your player may refuse to move, your jump might not work, your camera may suddenly fly across the map, Unity or Unreal might throw errors you have never seen before. That is completely normal. Every game developer experiences these problems. Even professionals spend hours debugging. The difference is, professionals don't quit when they see an error, they solve one problem at a time. Game development isn't about avoiding bugs, it is about learning how to solve them. Every bug teaches you something new. This is probably the advice that helped me improve the fastest. Most beginners spend months watching tutorials playlists. A 10-hour Unity course, then another Unity course, then another months later, they have watched hundreds of videos. But they still can't build a game without following someone else's tutorials. Why? Because they are watching, not creating. Instead, build your own game. Whenever you get stuck, search only for one problem you are trying to solve. For example, your player can't jump. Search how to make a player jump in Unity. Need a health bar? Search for that. Need enemy AI? Search for that. Need coin collection? Search only for that. Watch the tutorial, understand the concept, then close the video and implement it yourself. Don't copy every single line without thinking. Pause the video, experiment, change values, break your code, fix it again. That is where real learning happens. The tutorial should solve your problem. It shouldn't become your entire project. Now you have reached a step that separates beginners from developers. Finish your game. I don't care if it looks ugly. I don't care if it's only 5 minutes long. I don't care if only your friends play it. Finish it. Because finishing teaches something that something never can. Most beginners have dozens of unfinished projects sitting on their computers, but very few have completed games. A finished small game is worth much more than 10 unfinished dream projects. When you complete your first game, don't stop there. Start another one. Each new project should teach you one new skill. Maybe your second game teaches enemy AI, your third teaches inventory systems, your fourth teaches sales systems. Little by little, you will build a strong foundation. Now, here is something that many beginners completely ignore. Don't build your game in silence. Share your journey. Create a LinkedIn account if you don't already have one and start posting your progress. Maybe today you have finished a player movement. Share a short video. Tomorrow you added a health system, post about it. Next week you completed your first level, share a screenshot. You don't need to wait until your game is perfect. People enjoy watching progress, and something amazing happens when you start sharing consistently. Other game developers begins interacting with your posts. Some will encourage you, some will suggest better ways to implement a feature, some will point out bugs that you never noticed. Those sessions are incredibly valuable because they help you improve your game while you are still developing it. Another advantage is that you are slowly building your personal brand. When someone visits your LinkedIn profile, they won't just see one finished game. They will see months of consistent progress. That shows passion, that shows dedication, and those are qualities that recruiters, studios, and even potential teammates love to see. Once you have completed your game, don't leave it sitting on your computer. Just publish it. One of the best platforms for beginners is itch.io. It is free to upload your games and thousands of players visit the platform looking for indie games to try. Uploading your first game is an exciting milestone because for the first time real people are going to play something you have created. Some players will enjoy it, some will discover bugs, some will suggest improvements, and that is exactly what you want. Don't be afraid of criticism. Feedback is one of the most powerful ways to improve as a developer. Read the comments, fix the bugs, improve your gameplay, upload a better version. That is how professional games evolve too. No game is perfect on day one. They improve because developers listen to their players. Every game you publish becomes part of your portfolio. Over time, you will have multiple finished games that showcase your skills. Whether you want to get a job, freelance, or simply become a game developer, having completed projects speaks much louder than saying, I know Unity. Let your work speak for itself. So let's quickly recap the roadmap. First, choose one game engine and commit to it. Then learn the basics of the programming language that engine uses. Think of a small game idea and start building it. Whenever you got stuck, search for that specific problem, learn the solution, and apply it to your own project. Finish your game instead of leaving it incomplete. Share your progress on LinkedIn so you can connect with other developers and learn from their suggestions. Finally, publish your game on itch.io. Gather feedback from real players, improve it, and then move on to your next project. There isn't a hidden secret to become a game developer. It is a simple cycle of learning, building, sharing, improving, and repeating. Every bug you solve teaches you something. Every game you finish makes you a better developer. Every piece of feedback helps you grow. And one day you will look back at your first game and realize just how far you have come. And if you found this video useful, just stay tuned to our channel.